There's gotta be something I can do to make my microphone stop swiveling on me. There's gotta be some way I can increase its resistance. I would think like maybe some kind of cover that I could put on the bottom of the piece that goes into the base. Like, I don't know what material it is, but I know they make like anti-slip stickers. Or at least they used to make those for like computers, computer monitors. I don't know if they still make them because computers are the way they are now. Don't know that people are really moving them around. I say that like people were moving around old PCs a lot. I don't really know what I meant. But, you know, they make those things. So, there is a material. I think it's rubber. Like, if I put rubber on them, rubber on the end that keeps tilting when I don't want it to tilt, or swiveling, that could work. Because I'd have to Google that later then. The problem is, I don't know if that'll make it too thick to go into the base. Maybe if I cram it, you know, really force it in there, maybe it'll squish. Should probably turn a fan on. Oh yeah, I forgot we still got that guy in Athens that we're supposed to be following somewhere, but covertly. So we had to help like other people first, so it wouldn't look weird that he's helping us get into a place. So I already killed a cult member that was hiding here in this fort, because I just happened to be over here doing side quests because I need money. But I think I am missing out on gold. You know, I'm missing out on golden experience for not doing the side quests, and instead of running around complaining, oh, the game's not giving me enough experience and money, how about I actually take the opportunities the game gives me to get that stuff? Although I leveled up twice off screen, so I don't know that I'm hurting for levels. I'm still certainly not tempted to buy an experience booster. They're not getting my money in that regard.
What's that island ahead of us?
That, my friend, is the famous island of Salamis.
The place where Athens defeated the Persians.
It's in this bay that the great Athenian strategos Themistocles destroyed the Persian fleet and saved the Greek world from annihilation. You don't see many heroes like that anymore.
So yeah, that was for sure. That was my problem with Origins. So around the end, it was just I wasn't strong enough because I didn't do side quests. I am not as close to the cliffside as I would like to be, so how about I change that? Go, go, move, go, go, go.
Are you scared?
Why wouldn't I be scared? Poseidon is testing the Adrestia right now. Pray Athena she holds up. Commanders left the helm.
Good luck with that. I'm going ashore. I actually am a little bit impressed with the ability to just stop the ship near land and just go on the land. You don't have to dock in a particular place. Which, I don't know if that's really much of a new thing anymore, or if that was even really new in terms of, like, world design when Origins and Odyssey came out. But it definitely feels different. Because there was a place I was like, where was I? I think it was here. So I took the ship. I was going this way, or maybe I came from this way. Anyway, from east to west, trying to go here. And looking at the map, it makes me think like, oh, I have to stop like here or here and come at it this way, because all of this is going to be, and especially like more like this, is going to be place that you just can't go. But I went for it anyway. I stopped here and I went right there, and it worked because the world is open and it lets you go places. Surprising. Who would have thought that this open world game would have a world that is open? But, you know, it's a different thing than, like, older games, because there definitely were definitive places you could not go, even loaded into the same map area. You know, same map region. Like, for as much as I liked Rogue did not do that. Rogue did not do what this game does. It did not let you just go absolutely anywhere. Even for as impressed as I may have been with the connectivity of its islands, you still could not explore absolutely all of the places you could reach. And, like, of course, Origins was like that as well, but it's easier to feel in this game, which is so much more mountainous. It's so much easier to feel like, oh, the game's not going to let me go over there. That's just going to be an unclimbable mountain. And then it lets you climb it. So I've upgraded my... Can I... Okay, I can get... There's two guys. Well, there's two guys and the cultist. I've upgraded my... Yeah, gotcha. What? Who saw me? Who saw? You did not see? I've upgraded my bow skills. I've got paralysis arrows now. And I upgraded my multi-shot. So it does more damage now. And I can shoot special arrows. And I got that because I wanted to be able to do this. That didn't work. I guess it doesn't work when they're looking for you. Did it expend arrows? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to expend arrows when I do the special moves. Yeah, knock both of you off cliffs. Take that. That's for not being paralyzed by my paralysis arrow. How dare you? Also, in leveling up to level 15, I was completely surprised by this. I just have... It just gave me the ability to equip another weapon. I didn't have to buy it. So I'm wondering if that means that all the skills that are down there at the bottom of the skill screen, like Leap of Faith, I wonder if those are just automatically going to level up when you get to the respective levels. Yeah, whatever. I'll be stealthier next time. I would very much like if Leap of Faith automatically upgrades when I hit level 20. Because that would be sweet. Or then I would be able to see what level 3 Leap of Faith does without having to invest in Leap of Faith. I mean, the game does let you respec your perks, which is always awesome. It's always great when you can do that in the middle of a save and not have to start a game completely over. I don't know how common of a thing that is to have or not have, but I always respect when you have it, because it lets you experiment more and not worry about, am I going to want this all the time, always? Do I want to commit to this? You don't have to commit. Right, I gotta search. I gotta unveil people again. because I died and it doesn't save when you tag people. I mean, it does save that you tag them, but not if you die. You have to save after tagging them. Okay, go back to sword. Gotcha. And I didn't wake the other guys. Okay, now let me see if I can do this without waking both of them. Good. Wait, does that take its... That takes a segment of adrenaline? I didn't realize. And I would definitely want to see if there are any perks you can get that allow you to generate adrenaline outside of combat. I definitely want them. Because it is kind of lame trying, you know, going the stealth approach and then realizing, oh, I don't have any adrenaline, so I can't really do anything. I can't do any special moves. I can't do anything to secure a kill. Which, to me, is just further proof that stealth is an afterthought in this game. Like, stealth is there, but they really expect you to go brute force. Because they didn't think about not being able to generate adrenaline unless you're in combat. So it seems. No, not carry the body. I want to loot. I need the money. Costs like 2,000 gold. 2,000 monies to upgrade just one piece of my armor. Okay, I'm gonna try again with this. And of course, now they're not gonna be next to each other. Great. Well, that guy's off on his own, so he's gonna go die. I will kill him, that's why he will die. It's like a horror movie, you never go off on your own. I mean, at least you can generate adrenaline with an assassination. So maybe I am wrong that they only thought of stealth as an afterthought. But consider that in a lot of cases, I do seemingly need a special move to be able to secure a kill. My point, I think my point remains. Okay, what is stopping me from being able to headshot that guy? Why is the game not think I can hit that? I saw it flash for a moment that I could for sure kill him. And I don't know what happened. And neither did he. All he knew is that he got shot. So maybe he did know what happened. Okay. Never mind. He knew what happened. He just didn't know where it came from. Yeah, you're for sure gonna need an ability to... I'm using the wrong arrows. That's probably part of the reason why... Excuse me, the other guy is still alive. Did not realize. I'm starting to think that that it might be worth investing in the shotgun move, arrow spread. Because my bow is pretty strong. My investments in hunting power have not been wasted. Even if I don't one-shot everyone like I would like to. Like, I can do a pretty good amount of damage with my bow. So, maybe I should get the shotgun ability. I haven't really been using the homing arrow, not homing, the arrow that you can control. So I wouldn't mind replacing that. But at the same time, wouldn't it make more sense for me to replace the Arrow Storm? Because that's also a move that's pretty much geared towards open combat. I mean, okay, considering the way the move works, maybe that's a false statement, that it's more of an initiation ability than an open combat ability. But it's definitely not stealth. Because it for sure does not guarantee a kill.
They can't be far. I swear they were in here. All of us looking. We'll find her in no time. Yes, sir.
Wondering if they'll see me if I get on top of this. Well, not if I don't get all the way to the top. Yeah, I definitely get the sense that you're really not meant to one-shot people unless... or not meant to one-shot them with the bow unless you use a special ability. Or are heavily invested in hunting power, but I don't think that... I don't really... My investments in assassination power don't seem to have guaranteed me one-shots, so... I would assume the same would be true for the bow as well. Which I kind of get it. They don't want you one-shotting important targets. But at the same time, like, this is Assassin's Creed. You're supposed to be able to one-shot kill people with stealth moves. Like, that's your thing. It's supposed to be stealth. I mean, really, that's supposed to be your incentive for stealth. Like, you could argue, and I certainly would argue, that it's way easier to be non-stealthy in the older games. Like, if you're playing, like, Assassin's Creed 2, it's way easier to just rush in and stab people. Like, if you're gonna be sneaky, you're highly likely to be caught. Unless there are techniques that I just didn't think about when playing those, playing the older games. But the payoff for being stealthy is, the reward for your risk of getting caught is that you can instantly kill people. And it's not like the older games haven't had restrictions on who can instantly die anyway. Actually, now that I've said that, I don't fully believe that's true, actually. In my head, I can imagine other scenarios in older games where you would try to assassinate someone and they would shove you away. Like, there was that one guy in Revelations, and he's a story target, so it makes sense. But there is one guy in why am I on fire?
Damn, that's good leather.
I have no idea why I burst into flames. That is ridiculous. Yeah, there was the one guy in Revelations who, because it was scripted, he did not, he will not die in one hit, or will not die from assassination. That's supposed to be the surprise of that encounter. Oh, that guy died. Well, cool. I just gotta... I'm gonna interrupt myself for a moment because I hate that... Like, I'm okay with not always killing someone, but I am not okay with the game wrongly indicating whether or not I can guarantee I can kill someone from stealth, or with a given move. I think the thing is critical hits. I think that's what happened, but it's still annoying that sometimes they'll be like, oh, you can't kill that guy with one hit, and then you will because of critical hits. I mean, I guess that's the thing, is it's not supposed to tell you when a critical hit will happen. But it's an annoying inconsistency. Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, and I remember there was a fight in Assassin's Creed 2 where you're not supposed to... where you're not able to assassinate the guy. It's that one fight in what we call it? Florence. No, not Florence. Venice. When you're doing the carnival, and you gotta do the fist fights for a mask, for an invitation to a party. All arrows pierce shields and 30% hunter damage. That should be phrased the opposite way. It should be plus 30% hunter damage and all arrows pierce shields. Because it's left. The thought is left hanging if you leave it the other way around. Pierce shields and 30% hunter damage. 30% hunter damage what? 30% hunter damage when they pierce. 4% damage with overpower abilities. I don't think I have any of those yet. I don't think I can get any of those yet. Oh, no, I can. Because I upgraded my spear to level 3 after killing that one cultist. I think I might go for overpower attack. Because honestly, combat's getting boring again. But, oh, it's not a spread move? I mean, it is, but it's only 3 arrows. Like, do I really want to invest in that? If it's only 3 arrows, and then, one more perk to probably add another arrow and maybe 50% more damage. I don't know. I don't know that I want that. But I can do 300% damage with this, an ability I already have. So yeah, maybe I will get this. And that's just Fire Mastery. And that's Overpower Arrow. Overpower Arrow Edition. And then I can become quieter. Level 23. So it's not based on spear level? I thought it was based on spear level. Excuse me. Well, anyway. Wait, what? When did I get a second one of these? So now I can swap weapons and swap ability wheel. Well, that's handy. I don't think I have anything I can put on the second ability wheel, but now I can buy stuff that goes on it. That's pretty handy. Did I already say that? I think I just said that. That's pretty handy. I don't have anything yet, but that's pretty handy. It's pretty handy. I do definitely want poison still, so I think I'll get that. Have that be the next thing. Maybe get Sparta kick. Sparta, not Spartan. Sparta kick. And shield breaker. Because actually, maybe I should get shield breaker first, because I'm getting pretty annoyed with enemies with shields. Got new weapons. Daggers. I don't want daggers. I've already got a spear. I'm not sure if the second weapon What if the stats from your second equipped weapon are constant? I think they are. Yeah, my stat summary is not split up between my weapons. So I think... I mean, this stat summary is, but that makes sense. Yeah. So I think it is. I think it's always affecting. I did some of these because I was looking up ways to make money, and it said, I think it said these. I think these were the things it said. But they didn't give me money. They gave me engraves. Oh, I got a trade good. I have a single apple. Green. Good. Do I want my spear to look different? Because I just remembered I can change its appearance. I feel like I probably should, because the animations are geared towards being a spear and not being a trident. I hate how hard it is to rotate your character model without making the list move. It's like, stay still, list. I don't know that I particularly care about any of these spear designs. I'm really not a spear guy. I'm a sword guy. So I guess I'll... Oh, no, that one. Yeah, I'll go with this one. Same thing for the bow. It's like, do I really need my bow to look any different? I don't really notice the difference, to be honest. I mean, I do when I'm going through the menus, but when it's on my back, it's like, whatever. I'll go with that one because it kind of looks like the hero's bow from Ocarina of Time. I've got more information on this guy because I killed one of his underlings. Got details on this person. Somehow. I think when I killed the one cultist, I was given the opportunity to unmask another. Well, that's not the case here. The good news is that they show up on the map, which you saw earlier because I marked it when I started up. Like I was over here, and it's like, okay, well, I know they're over here. Mark them so I could get there more easily. They don't show if you zoom out too far, though. Which is kind of annoying. Okay, there's one there. I don't know that I want to go anywhere we haven't been to yet. Just for, you know, level concerns. I mean, this is level 17, and I'm like 4/5 of the way there, so I wouldn't mind attempting to be there. Wait, can I already go to that dock? I don't think I've stopped on that island before. I shouldn't be able to stop on that dock. Wasn't there one in Attica? Unless I'm missing them, I guess not. I thought there was someone over here where I haven't been yet, but totally could because it's still part of Attica, which is level 16 to something that is covered by the freaking message board. Which I did take on a bunch of quests from a couple of message boards. I took on like all of the ones from one of these ones, hoping the icon would stop showing up, and it didn't. So that's annoying. I think it's another one of those things where it just keeps filling up. It's meant to be infinite. It doesn't stop. Oh, there's one. And that is Attica. Oh, they're level 19 though. I probably shouldn't. Well. Okay, one thing I read said you don't want to fight bounty hunters who are 2 levels ahead of you. But I don't know if that applies to cultists as well. So maybe I could get away with it. What was my other option? Oh, here's one. Level 16 to level 16, so I'm good to go. So I'll mark this one because I know I can be there. I'm allowed to be there. You're 18, so I will wait till I'm at least 17, I guess. No, get this guy first. There's someone out there in the sea, also level 16, so I should be good to go get them. I'm making all these plans of like, oh, I should go there and there, and I'm sure by the time I kill the next cultist, I'm gonna forget what I said I should be doing. Yeah, that's also 16 to 16, so that's good to go as well. There's no one there. What was that other place where I was like, oh, well, you know, it's a little high. Was it here? Yeah, it was there. Okay, so there are several options for my level 16 kill, apparently. So there was the one I marked. There's this guy. Wasn't there one over here? Or is... Yeah, right there. Okay, good. Good. So that's the plan. I'll kill that guy, and that guy, because they were all level 16. But first, I have to get out of this restricted zone, because you can't fast travel in a restricted zone. And that's kind of annoying, because every time I'm like, okay, I'm done here, I should fast travel away, I'm still in the restricted zone. So it's just inconvenient. It's not a big deal, it's just inconvenient. But the other games never had that restriction. I was stupid. Shouldn't do it. Wait, was it... It's on this island? It's on this island. So yeah, I can just... run there, probably. Excuse me. Yeah, I'll just run along the beach. That should be fine. I think one of my problems with this game's combat system is the enemies. Like I've said, some of them, they're just damage sponges. Like this boar. Part of me was thinking it was my equipment, but pretty sure I upgraded my sword. Well, I did when I was level 15. That's how long it's taken me to get the freaking gold to level these things up. What? Yeah, so enemies, they don't really have anything to define them. There's no strategy to any of them. They're just... It's all the same. Just hit them until they die. Don't get hit by their attacks. Which I will say this again as a reminder, because I haven't said it in this series, is that I think Assassin's Creed 3 had the best combat because it had distinct enemy types that each had their own strategy to defeating them, but at the same time, they weren't like, oh, well, you have to kill them like this. Like, of course, you could, you know, use a rope dart or just shoot them in the face, and that works. But if you were using, you know, your melee weapon, there were guys who you had to guard break first, or guys that you could only fight by countering them. And that, it worked. It made it so that the enemy types, their distinction was there. You could, excuse me, you could feel the difference when they show up. Because you know, like, oh, well, there's the guy that, you know, I can't kill Chain into because he can only be attacked after his guard is broken. Or not guard break, I think it was just, he had to be disarmed. And then Assassin's Creed 4 changed it to where they could only be fought when, you know, only damaged when their guard is broken. But that's, I didn't like that decision because I made those guys far more annoying. But this game doesn't have that. If there's any difference between the enemies, I don't know it. It's like, sure, some enemies do prefer to use bows. Or, actually, I don't even know that there are distinct types that will specifically try to only use the bow and only use melee if necessary. Because I have noticed that they will switch. Oh, my bounty's cleared. I got my bounty cleared by picking up wood. I did it. I'm the best wood getter. That's why the bounty is gone. They can't kill me. I'm a wood getter. Like, yeah, there's guys who maybe prefer to use their bows. And there are some enemies have poison bombs, some enemies have fire bombs. But there's no tactical difference. It just comes down to don't get hit by them. Don't be damaged by their attacks. And then just wail away at them. Which it's not a bad thing, but for such, you know, for a game with so much game, with there's being so many different places to go fight enemies, you would hope the combat would be fun. You know, you would hope that it would be engaging and the enemy types would pose a challenge so that you know, different combat encounters can feel different because of the different arrangement of enemies in them. You know, like, you can say what you want about Breath of the Wild's combat system. I'm not particularly big on it, that game either. Or its combat. Combat in that game either. Like, it does have a lack of enemies as well, but there is a difference between the different enemy types. Like, a Bokoblin does not fight like a Lizalfos. Like, Lizalfos, you know, they got the tail attack, they can spit, or breathe fire if they're a fire one, or breathe ice if they're ice, you know, whatever. You got Wizrobes that exclusively attack with magic rods. And then who could forget Lynels? You always remember your first Lynel. Like, imagine fighting 3 Lizalfos with a Lynel around. You would know the difference. As opposed to if you fought 3 Lizalfos with a Moblin around. Like, that... Those are 2 very different fights. Is she asleep, or is she... I think she's just resting. Nope, now she's getting up. I don't know how much of a problem the cultist is going to be, combat-wise. Yeah, that's really my... I feel like I keep saying this. My biggest complaint with the combat system in this game. I think enemies really need to matter. Their differences need to matter more. And I hate that too. I hate that sometimes they just have unblockable attacks and there's not really much time to react to the difference. And that a lot of them tend to end my combo, not their combo, my combo. You know, instead of my combo just naturally ending like it does in Origins, that the enemy will tell me my combo's done by ending it for me with an unparryable attack. You know, they will turn red and be like, "Okay, your combo's done," and then they'll counterattack, which doesn't feel good. It's not a fun thing for them to do. It's not anti-fun, but it's just like, oh, okay, I guess my combo's done. Fine. I think it'd be better if they just had their own version of my parry where, you know, my attack gets knocked away, like hitting their shield. You know, something that knocks me away and pushes me back, and then they start fighting. You know, something to say like, okay, your combo is done, it's my turn, and then have them start fighting. But then, you know, if you're alert as a player, when they do that and they do their counter attack, you can just counter it yourself. And sure, you could do that with the red move too. But I don't know, it doesn't feel intuitive to do that, to dodge the red move. I guess you could just say skill issue, because, well, we just gotta learn to dodge the red move. Like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like that's how it's supposed to be. It's like, imagine you're beating up a guy in Street Fighter, like Street Fighter 4. You know how Street Fighter 4 has that move where you hold down, like, what is it, light punch and light kick, and you start to charge an attack, and it gives you super armor so that, you know, while you're charging it, you can't flinch. And imagine you're beating up on a guy and you're doing a combo on him, but then suddenly he just decides he's doing that move. Like, I'm sure enemies in, you know, the AI in Street Fighter 4 uses that move, but it's not a move that you can interrupt a combo with if you're being comboed. I don't think it works like that. That's what it's like in this game. Like, you're beating up on a guy, and then suddenly he's like, oh, I got super armor now, and also you can't block my attack. It's like, it just doesn't feel good for an enemy to just decide that, oh, your combo's done, rather than, you know, the combo coming to a natural end. Or having, like, a flashier way of, like, the enemy waking back up, basically. Because I think there are games that do that, where they end your combo by deflecting you. Just me being nitpicky about game feel, I guess. All right, where's that dock? Where do I call my ship? This line here is like what where high tide is? Is that how this works? I'm not much of a beach goer. Don't really care much for sand. Or being in the sun. Like, it's nice in small doses, but sitting on the beach for an hour is like, okay, yeah, I'd rather not. I mean, not that I dislike the beach, but it's like, I don't want to be in the sun that long. And yeah, sunblock is a thing, but I don't know. I feel like I never put it on right. I feel like I always get burnt anyway. Where's that freaking dock? It's there. How about I just fast travel to it? That's easier. I didn't want to, but now I realize it would have saved time. Despite the, you know, ironically, despite how long the loading screen is, it would have saved time. Because then I wouldn't have had to worry about having ran past the dock. It's kind of funny that you call your ship by sitting there and waiting for it to appear. It's like, how do they know where you are? Are you just sitting there until they come find you? Maybe, like, realistically, she would have told them, like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and I need you to find me here. And then that's where the waiting begins. You wait for them to show up there. I don't know. Speaking of, like, logic, I realize, like, Odyssey being so much more RPG-like is kind of weird. Not like a bad thing. It doesn't really contradict the originally established rules of the series, but it does kind of run counter to it. Oh, I forgot which button is brace, because they moved it. Okay, so to think back to first Assassin's Creed, your health wasn't called health. It was synchronization, which, you know, is representative of how synchronized you are with the memories of Altair. And that's been a concept in the series for a long time. Not health specifically, but synchronization. When you die, you don't really die. You just become desynchronized. And then it just loads you back to a place where you were synchronized. Oh, crap. Why? I'm just trying to get where I'm going. So, like, remember that the series is all about reliving the memories of a person. You're not changing anything by the way you play, because it's the past. You're not in the past, you're just remembering it. And synchronization is a little bit of a nebulous concept in the series, because it's like, well, how desynchronized can you get from a memory before it just fails? Are you always doing exactly what what the person you're reliving did, or can you stray from the path in some ways? You know, like the game's always had the, like, oh, this person didn't kill civilians. If you keep killing civilians, you're gonna get desynchronized. And Assassin's Creed 3 had that thing where if you killed an animal and did not skin it, the game would get mad at you, because Connor would never kill an animal without using everything that he could from it, because that's how he was raised. So you could get desynchronized for not following that part of his character. So it's weird to me to have this game be so much more like an RPG, because RPGs have that liberty of being able to pick whichever route you want to go down, because that's how the story is designed. It's not someone's memory and it only went one particular way. It's... I have to keep pressing A to start. Even though I can tilt the thumbstick forward to move. So it kind of works like Black Flag, but not. So, you know, like, being able to pick who you romance in this game. Because they did do some side quests where I encountered romance options in the dialogue. it doesn't really make sense because I believe that the developers have said like they wanted this game to be something where you get to pick your choices like that. You get to choose if you romance a character or not. Just leave me alone. I just want to go kill a guy. So it's weird to me that they kind of forgot how Assassin's Creed works. That you're not supposed to have... It's not supposed to be choice-driven because it's not your choices. It's the choices of someone in the past. And you're just reliving it. You're not supposed to be able to change anything. Oh, they're on the ship. Oh. Crap. And I suppose you could argue, like, oh, well, whatever choices you make in the game are the choices that Cassandra made when she was alive. I don't know that I buy that. I mean, it's a valid argument. There's no real... I can't think of any counter to it. Why am I going travel speed? I thought I pressed Y. I pressed X, I just realized. I did indeed press X. I hate to see combat. Why am I always outnumbered? Why am I so fragile? It's because I'm under... My ship is under level, that's why. Because I'm so broke, I can only afford one upgrade before I'm broke again. Ugh. Nope, I'm pressing X again. Gonna die again. I'm trying to go faster so I can turn. And I suppose there is also the argument of, like, in Black Flag, they made basically the commercial version of the Animus, where it's something they're selling to people, so you know, as a form of entertainment. So I suppose you could argue that there is a version of Animus that lets you play around in the memories and not just watch them. But I'm not fully certain that is the canon of it. Maybe that's just how I'm interpreting it. Because I don't think there is any proof that that version of the Animus has any kind of controller to it. It's, as far as I know, it's just a headset. So it really could just be a fancy VR viewing headset. Not even VR, like proper VR. Because proper VR has, like, controllers. It's more like the kind of VR that you could have on your phone if you put it in one of those, like, gas station VR headsets. Which I don't mean to, like, diminish the value of those things. I'm sure you can have some okay VR experiences with those kinds of headsets. But, you know, that's pretty much where you would find one of those. But yeah, I think it's weird that they're trying to make Assassin's Creed more choice-based when by its original design, it wasn't meant to be choice-driven. It was meant to be... I don't want to say a linear story, but it is meant to be the life of a character. Not your character. A character. A person.
Reminder of the devastation the Persians left behind.
And that's why I think it's a weird choice. Again, not bad, just weird that they've made it more of an RPG experience because... Why am I going that way? That's not even guaranteed to be the guy. It's over this way. You know, it's a weird... I guess it's not that weird because there are games like this. But, you know, when I think of a choice-driven RPG, I think of like Mass Effect, where the character you play as is your character. You get to name them, customize their looks, decide whether they're good or evil, or at the very least decide whether they're, lawful good or chaotic good. Like, I don't know how evil you can really be in Mass Effect aside from like, oh, that guy gave me the opportunity to shoot him, so I shot him. But, you have good choices, bad choices you can make. That kind of, I'm running opposite to the marker. Where am I going? Yeah, get out of here, elk. Run the other way. Run the way I was going when I forgot that I marked the thing. Yeah, I think it's weird that they're trying to make with these 3 games, with Origins, Odyssey, and I assume Valhalla will continue it. They're trying to make it more like something you roleplay in when the series is not supposed to be like that. And I don't think it's really doing it. I don't want to say not doing it right, but that's the phrasing I'm thinking of. Doing it in a way that's like not fully achieving that idea, if that makes sense. Like they're not fully able to commit to it, because at the end of the day, it's still got to be Assassin's Creed. They've still got to be reliving the memories of an established person. And I guess you could make an Assassin's Creed where the memories of the person are the memories of a character that you yourself make. But it's still, to me, it's just a clash of ideas. Oops, I didn't mean to tap the shoulder button. Like, I don't know, I think there is something to be said about how customizing a character makes them a weaker character in a way. Like, not that they're bad, but, like, when a character is yours, it's harder for the story to revolve around them because, they want you to make the decisions that your character will make, but then also they have to write the story in a way where there are decisions to be made and, different routes to go down and such. And it's harder to make that character yours in a way where they're either, not mute and they have different dialogue options, and then, being sure that you can pick the option you meant to pick, as opposed to, like, Fallout 4's dialogue, which people very much complain about not conveying your character well in the selection, and also being limited in selections because it only had 4 options, and they're basically nice guy, jerk, smug jerk, and give me money. Oh man, are they in a cave? Better be an easy cave to find. I think I just found it. I mean, soon enough, anyway. Oh, was this his dog? Oh, I'm sorry. Loot the dog. Gotta be sure to use everything from the animal. I don't know, I'm having a hard time figuring out, like, well, why is it that I think that Assassin's Creed is not the kind of series that makes sense to be choice-driven? Because, like, as I've proven to myself that the argument that they're memories doesn't hold up. So I don't know. Like, I do still think it's like a clash of ideas. Because, you know, it's supposed to be Assassin's Creed, so you're supposed to be living the life of an assassin and following the creed. And at least for Origins, and I guess Odyssey and probably Valhalla get the pass for this because they're older than Origins, so the creed doesn't exist yet. But then at the same time, you could argue, well, then are they even assassins? Because Cassandra is not a protector. She's a sellsword. She's a mercenary. So, is she even really an assassin? Does she really have the beliefs of an assassin? I think that's part of it. I think that's part of why I feel like it doesn't fit. Because if you're playing a game where you can choose to not be an assassin, and not just in terms of like, oh, well, you weren't stealthy in this section of the game, but in terms of like not even following the creed, like I can go out and kill innocent people in this game, and the only thing that will happen is I will get a bounty. You know, I won't get desynchronized for not living the life Cassandra lived. I won't get desynchronized for not being a proper assassin. Because that is part of the creed. You're not supposed to kill innocent people. This isn't even the... No, it is. There's the cave. And I think it, you know, being able to choose your class made sense in Unity, because that was a game that was about being, you know, you assembling a crew of you and your friends taking on missions. So you could have the guy who's, you know, they're big and loud and they smash people over the head with a hammer as a distraction. You know, there's strategic purpose to not being stealthy. And you would still be helping out the Brotherhood in some ways. Especially because the combat in that game was much harder. So really, if you're the warrior of the group, good. See, I don't know if I can kill him with the spear move, so I don't know if I want to do that. I guess I'll go for it. It worked. Okay, good. And honestly, I think I would say that Unity had the best balance of RPG elements. Because I've always said, like, oh, well, I wish these damage numbers really meant something. Because it didn't feel like there was a difference having a level, you know, a sword that said it had 3 out of 5 damage versus the sword that had 5 out of 5 damage. It didn't feel like it took any less hits to kill with than the 3 of 5. But Unity definitely made it where that stuff, the damage number had a value. And I certainly enjoyed my health upgrades as well, and... Oh, jeez, there's 2 guys. Dang it. Get him with the spear. Oh, my darn it. Some enemies are stronger than others, you don't say. And again, it made sense that there was, like, you know, you could spec into being stealthy or spec into being in open combat. because you get together with a group of friends and you all play the ways you want to play. Like, I feel like for a multiplayer game, it makes sense to have different classes and cater to different play styles, because you want your friends to play with you, so you want them to also be having fun. And if the only way you can play is stealthy, then people who don't like to play stealthy aren't going to be interested in playing with you. But if you tell them, like, oh, you don't have to be stealthy, you can just run up and shoot people with a gun, and then stab them with your whatever sword you like. I was gonna be like, stab them with a falchion. It's like, well, I don't know, do they care if it's a falchion? Maybe they're more of a rapier person. And I wouldn't say it's a bad thing to have class options in a single-player game. Like, no, I love my games that give me class options, and then, playing them again as a different class to see what it's like. Like, Dishonored doesn't even have class options, technically, but you can build into more, more direct approach or a stealthier approach. Or a lethal approach or a non-lethal approach. Okay, get that guy. And then Shane. How did he see that? He was facing the other way. See, that's what I was talking about. I'm in the middle of my combo and he just decides, nah, I got super armor. Like, see, stun, slashing away, and then, oh, I got super armor. It doesn't feel good. There's no, other than him flashing red, there's no indication that my combo was done. It just doesn't feel good. Now, I think this game has guys who will knock you away. That's right, they do the kick. And it's another instance of them getting super armor, but at least for ending your combo with a kick that shoves you away, it makes sense that they get the super armor, because they want to shove you away. They want to say, hey, your combo is done. It feels... I think the reason this feels bad to me is because it's not like saying your combo's done and then making you have to get an opportunity to start your combo again. It's one of those things where you have to be conscious of the fact that it will play out a certain way, basically. That you'll stun him, and then you can get in 2 hits, and then he will try to do his super armor move and try to club you over the head. So you have to basically go stun him, slash, slash, dodge. You have to know the exact pattern that it's gonna happen in. It's not something that will... I don't know the games really need to have that mercy period of like, oh, your combo's done, I'm gonna shove you away now. But I think, for game feel, it is important having that distinction between the enemy suddenly getting super armor and trying to hit you over the head with a hammer versus the game letting you hit him twice and then giving him super armor and shoving you away and then having him come in for the club you over the head move. Trying to think of like an analogy or simile or whatever the word is. Something a comparison I can make. What comes to mind is like, oops, did not mean to stun bomb. See that guy rolling away? That it works better. Actually, I don't need another another thing to compare it to, because I think my Street Fighter thing is still apt. You know, imagine you punch a guy twice, and then with zero indication, he starts doing his super armor move and just wails away at you, rather than having some kind of explicit combo breaker, which I don't think Street Fighter really has. I think if you're getting comboed on Street Fighter, you just have to deal with it until the combo ends, which is kind of the nature of most fighting games, I imagine. Excuse me. You know, if we're gonna make Breath of the Wild comparisons again, like I was saying, enemies, you know, even if Breath of the Wild has a lack of enemy type, or lack of enemy variety, that they're still distinct. Well, if how about we continue to compare it to Breath of the Wild? And, you know, Breath of the Wild doesn't have combo breakers. Breath of the Wild just lets you wail away on one guy until he's dead. Because they don't really... Because, you know, when your combo ends, it makes the enemy fall over. But you can keep wailing on them if it's just one enemy, there's no one else to deal with.
I enjoyed that.
They really can't get back up. You can just keep unleashing your combo on them and knocking them down. So I really don't think this game would have suffered if there wasn't some kind of combo breaker. It's not like I wouldn't just be constantly wailing away at them anyway. Okay, what else is there to do? I gotta find one more treasure. Can't do that in a cave. But I can do this in a cave. It's probably down this way, I bet. I think that loading screen tip that I saw the other day that I was like, oh, I remember a loading screen actually taught me something new, but I don't remember what it was, is that this move actually marks enemies through walls. So I have 3 ways to mark enemies. I can aim at them with my bow, I can use Icarus, and I can do this. So it might actually be worth it to invest in the range increases for leveling that up. I think it also has another bonus for leveling up. No, just 20 minutes. Or 20 meters. And it even says in the description, all enemies nearby are tagged. I just missed that part. So I basically still have Eagle Vision. It's kind of like how Eagle Vision worked in Unity. Oh, there's a treasure. I missed it while I was complaining about super moves. Super armor moves. I need a drink of water. Whee! Well, okay, so I can't kill the guy at sea because he's on a ship. I hate the ship combat. So we're just gonna skip to this guy next. Does that go away if I fast travel? Oh wait, I can fast travel here. To like right below him. I don't know that I should be able to fast travel to these docks I'm pretty sure I've never been to before. Feels like they just forgot to program it to not let you do that. Wow, that's a great loading screen tip. A girl I haven't seen for 10 hours of gameplay. Not at all story important. Oh, hey, viewpoint. This is another hilariously low viewpoint. Like, ah, yes, I see that road I was on just 10 seconds ago. I see the bay that I came from. I see those flowers right there. Yeah, those ones right there. And those ones. I can see so much from up here. I see that guy. Oh, he's a bounty hunter. How about I kill him? Oh no, she's got fire bombs. Wow, she's such a different, unique enemy than the other enemies. You know, completely distinct from all those other guys I fought who could also throw fire bombs. And I just realized if I get an overpower attack, it says like what, it uses three adrenaline bars. I could do that twice on a full bar. You know what also gets me about those red moves they have? I'm pretty sure you could parry them with extremely, well, not extremely, but you know, with decent timing, you could parry those in Origins. Doesn't seem like that's the case in this game. But maybe I just haven't got the timing right. It does do that flash, but I don't know if that flash is supposed to help you dodge it or parry. But there was like a half a second window between any of the attacks flashing and your opportunity to parry. So I don't think the flashing is really, excuse me, much help either way.
Careful. Don't want to be caught here.
Wait, what was that? Oh, there was a guy and I could have assassinated him and I didn't. Phil saw it on and I show he found him. There's the kick. There's the your combo's over kick. You know, for me, it may be called the Sparta kick. But for them, you know, little known fact, Spartans were very fond of telling people that their combos were over. Are these guys even guards for this, for the leader house? Ow. Or are they just passing by and I got unlucky? See, why is it only 2 hits? That's the part that really gets me. Like, fine, you want to end my combo? Fine. End it. You want me to have to pay attention to when you end it? Sure. But why only 2 hits? Like, it feels like some kind of, like, boss from an NES game where it's like, okay, you're gonna parry him, and then you get in 2 hits, and then you're gonna have to look out because then he's gonna do a fireball. But then after the fireball, you can get in 2 more hits. But then you have to jump. And then after you jump, you can get in 1 hit if you're quick, but if you're not quick, you'll die. And I think that's fine for, you know, a boss fight. For something where there is meant to be a pattern to it that you've got to learn. You know, like a Dark Souls boss. It's fine when those guys do that, because that's their thing. They're big, tough bosses. These are just freaking generic enemies. They're nobodies. They're not even nobodies, because aren't nobodies like significant characters in Kingdom Hearts? They're not even that. They're not even significant characters in Kingdom Hearts. Are they in a cave again? Here's something. Which is apparently out here with me. Is that a lion? They have those? Okay, maybe if I go into the ruins, there'll be like a ladder that I can use. I can use a key on the ladder. Reclining lion. Was that an inn? Speaking of inn, where do I go in? Where do I go in to get this cultist? Probably back over that way. Because, you know, it's marked. Leave me alone, boys. I am genuinely tired of this game attacking me with wild animals when I'm trying to get into the next bandit hideout. Like, I think that... I think Origins also had instances where I was trying to sneak around. You know, at least... I remember at least one time where I was approaching a fort and then hyenas attacked. But there's been at least 3 times as many instances of that in this game. It's 3 times too many. Oh man, did he destroy a weapon rack? I think I could have looted that. Yeah, good. Poison Blade's done. No more of that for you. I should do that more. Because it does, like, what was that, 3,000 damage? It's a lot of damage. You know, maybe don't do it after every stun. Did he just dodge after I parried him? Wait, did I not? I thought I pressed the button to do the super arrow. There. Also, I've just realized that they really don't need a super armor combo breaker for any enemy type. Because there already is that thing where when I finish my combo, they get knocked away. So they don't need to also have enemies who will randomly decide, oh, I'm gonna end your combo by Sparta kicking you. And no, it does not fix my problem with what I was saying about, oh, well, this game needs enemy types. Because having some enemies sometimes end my combo with a Sparta kick instead of, you know, the actual gameplay mechanic of when my combo ends, they get knocked away, that doesn't change the strategy of the fight. It just means I have to look out for getting smashed over the head after 2 hits. Otherwise, they're exactly the same as any other enemy.
That's for what you did to my family.
And there's not even a distinction between the types of enemies. Except for the big guys, who, you know, they carry hammers. And or axes. I guess not and or. Because they don't have both. But you know what I mean. It's like, unless I look at him and I go, oh, that guy's clearly a big guy. There's no distinction between which enemies will kick me and which ones will not. Assassin's Creed 3 is with the, you know, the one with the best combat system. They had all the enemies, they had different uniforms, so you could tell just by looking at them. I didn't get all the treasure in there. You know what? I'll get it later. In fact, I'm actually supposed to go and break now, so I will. Oh man, I'm so close to a level up. Dang it. You know what? Actually, let me get that chest, because I'm sure getting the experience from completing the area is gonna make me level up. And then I can decide what I want to spend that perk on when I come back. I mean, I could do it on break and then buy it when I come back. That I feel like I attempted to make that more clear, and I feel like I didn't. I failed to make a distinction. Wait, where is it? I need Icarus. Let me go back out this way. But what I bet was I can look at the perks while on break, as opposed to walking away and thinking about it like I felt like the first time I said that conveyed. Where's it? Great. I'm being attacked by a lion while trying to figure out where this dang 4th Chaos Emerald is. Okay, fine. I don't have to find it, because I killed the lion and leveled up. So now I can think about, what do I want? Do I want poison? Do I want shield breaker? Actually, I do want shield breaker. I don't have to think about it. Break all shields, stun the target, and deal 160 warrior damage. 160%. Sorry, forgot. The percent part is important. Well, maybe I will spend the next level up perk on it. I don't know. I guess I haven't really encountered any shield guys in the past hour and a half of playing, so maybe it's not that important. I don't know. So I noticed while going through the menu, getting rid of all the frickin' exclamation marks that I put on all the things whenever any bit of information on them updates. The person I just killed was not in any of the tiers I need to clear now. They're in the previous tier, where there was no logical reason for there to be any new guys in that tier. What does defeating that person do for me? It doesn't get me any further along in the tiers. There is no reason for those people to spawn in, for it to spawn in new characters in this tier. I'm done with that tier. That tier is meaningless now. Also, something I had remembered while going through the menu again. Look at how much gold it costs to get level 2 of the bracing upgrades. Also, compare that to how much of a boost it's giving you. 10% extra damage reduction while bracing and 10% fire damage reduction. For 4,000 gold. I mean, maybe they're trying to balance it against the fact that there's 5 upgrades to it. So they wanted to make them more expensive, so you go through them slower or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Also, I remember this just now because I looked over at it. I thought I only had 1 slot in Lieutenants, but it turns out I have 3 now. Don't know when that happened. Oh, was it? Wait, was it a hull upgrade? It was a hull upgrade. Okay, so that's when that happened. And this was one of the people I encountered on the side quest I did. Apparently, you can romance her, but at the end, it gave me the option. It was like, oh, you could join my crew. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. I only have the 1 guy in my crew anyway. I honestly don't remember how to recruit people. So, good that I got Odessa. I also forgot that they give you, like, passive buffs like that. So 3% arrow damage, and she gives me... Now I have 4 or 6% extra rower stamina refill rate. And 8% health on all my lieutenants. I don't know what good them having health does, but... I guess that's for when we board? Maybe they're the people who jump on the other side of the ship with me? I guess I would not have noticed. Oh, leader house. Okay. Apparently that cave wasn't a leader house. That didn't occur to me before. So who else is there that I know I can find? So there are 4 identified targets I can chase. Level 18. 29, so we're not doing that yet. 19. 16. Oh yeah, you're the guy who's at sea. Screw you. So there are 3 targets I know I can go after. Oh yeah, but it's minus. I already read your description. Where are you? Oh, going the wrong way around. And I overshot it. Oh, okay, that's Midas. Well, as long as I can circumvent Exicus the legend, that I should be fine to go here. It's only 1 level higher than I am. I'll also be sure to get these viewpoints off screen, because I sure would like to have improved perception with my eagle. Huh. Unlike the other places I went to, this place does not have a port I can already fast travel to, so... I also forgot I was at that leader house and I wanted to do the leader house before leaving. Oh well, I already fast traveled away. I'll get it later. Oh, that was talking about critical assassination. It's like, wait, what? Dude, 200%? What is that talking about? You can drift your ship? Game? Hello? Game? Thank you. And I was about to wonder, not just if it froze. I was definitely wondering that, but also undock. Don't know why I take the helm. I was also wondering if every time you call your ship, it passes time by 12 hours. If you did, that would have been really annoying.
We've reached open water.
I mean, I feel like I've lost all commentary steam. Hey, what level are these ships? Maybe I should fight them. 17. I guess I can try. Let me quick save first. Just to be sure that when I die, I'll respawn on my ship already, and I won't have to call it again.
Lower the arms! Everyone to battle positions! Now!
We will have to divide our attention.
Fire!
On this! They're coming right at us!
Ow. Oh. Here go my people. Game. Okay, good. Ow.
Brace for impact!
But I guess bracing already does reduce damage by a pretty significant amount. Maybe that's why the upgrade is so expensive. I still don't think it's warranted being so expensive because it has 5 levels. Get out of the water. Why do you guys do this? Ugh. Edward was the same way. He would jump right into the water, and it's like, no, I don't want to jump in the water. I want to jump across to the next ship. Oh, I never assigned shield breaker. I'll put you on X, not on assign X. That counted as a small shield, apparently. Oh, I gotta exchange the wheel. Oh yeah, you lieutenants do jump across with you, because I think that was Odessa. Neat. How sad is it that this game is more like a Black Flag sequel than Skull and Bones is, and Skull and Bones was meant to be a Black Flag, you know, successor. Okay, who is doing what? Ow. That guy's real tough. I'll get rid of the weaker guy first, and also get my health back.
They're speeding up for a hit, Commander! Marchers to the front! Another hit if we are not there!
That's why I hate ship combat. You just get attacked constantly, just always under fire, always having to brace. You don't get an opportunity to get your own hits in. It's stupid and I hate it. Is it even gonna save what is it even gonna save the resources I looted from that first ship? Or is it just gonna respawn me from my quick save? From the quick save. Alright, screw it. I hate this. I hate sea combat. It's like they had to go to Origins. And Origins didn't even let you go to sea. Origins just had segments where you just happened to be at sea. Where am I even going? I died, so it unmarked my marker. Okay, so just to land. Okay. Just any land. Well, okay. Instead of continuing to complain about how much I don't like the naval combat in any Assassin's Creed except Origins, apparently. And Rogue was fine. And I guess it was alright 3 as well. Because the game wasn't all about it. It was a side thing. You didn't, you know, it was optional, mostly. How about I talk about something I do like? The only thing that's coming to mind right now is Battleborn. Because, man, I remember more or less which Assassin's Creed I was on when I first heard that someone made it functional again. Someone made it literally playable again. That you can play the game again. That it turns, you know, because it wouldn't go past the title screen before, but now it does, thanks to a mod. I mean, it doesn't load the game proper. It's kind of more like it's loading chunks of it. It's not actually starting the game up like normal. But it's complicated. But I remember I was playing... I'm pretty sure it was Brotherhood. I was playing either 2 or Brotherhood, but I'm pretty sure it was Brotherhood. Because I think I was doing one of the... I know I was doing one of the hideouts. And I'm pretty sure it was the Romulus lair. And I think specifically... I can get this specific because I have weirdly good associative memory sometimes. It was the Borgia, or not Borgia, the Romulus lair that was inside of, I think it was Rodrigo's house, or what used to be his house or something. Or maybe it was a different pope. But it was like the one Romulus lair that wasn't just some sewer or cave system. It was like an actual house or mansion. And I remember the objective was to... You had to, like... You had to get a gate open. And I think you had to shoot down counterweights. But yeah, I remember talking about Reborn, the Battleborn mod that lets you play it again in that. And, sure has been a while, hasn't it? That was like November. kind of puts into perspective how long I've been doing this. Because, well, I was on Brotherhood in November. But I want to say I started in September? That doesn't seem right if I got through... Because 1 only took a few streams. The first game was only a couple of streams long. I don't think 2 took so long that it took all of... or whatever remained of September and then all of October. Because I'm pretty sure it was like November 20th or so when I discovered Reborn. So, I don't know. It's been at least 5 or 6 months. That's at least, that's enough indication to say how long this has been. But anyway, it would have been cool to say how far the mod has come in 6 months. But unfortunately, the guy working on it didn't get a whole lot of free time to work on it these past 6 months. So there isn't as much to talk about as I would maybe hope that 6 months would have given us. But there have definitely been some cool improvements. I think when I first talked about it, it didn't have like a graphical interface. It was more like a command prompt kind of thing. Like you would type a thing and it'd be like, okay, well now type another thing. It'd be like, type this number for character, type this number for mission. And then that's how it would work. That's how it would load things. Let's see if I can get it. Yes, yes. No, wrong person. You had it on the right person. You had it on Midas. Well, I guess I don't have the Midas touch. What the? But it unassigned shield breaker. I guess I did that after I saved. Okay. Man, now I'm gonna have a bunch of civilians after me. It's gonna snowball again. Freaking stupid bounty system. Anyway. So yeah, Reborn now has a graphical interface. So now you can click buttons to be like, okay, this is the character I want, and this is the mission I want to do. And that's really nice. There have been some... Yep, see, there we go. There's freaking civilian joining in. And their dog, probably. That's probably their dog. This system is so stupid. It's so stupid that random NPCs who are not warriors can just join in and beat you to death with a broom. Like I don't understand. Oh shoot. And oh great, now I got level 1 bounty. Where did the cultist go? Where did Midas go? It's over there. And I believe I know some settings were changed or added. Some settings you could tweak. I know they added the ability to tweak the field of view, which was a big thing. Because I didn't realize how much field of view affects how fast it feels like you're moving. And apparently the default that Battleborn starts with is, it's set to where you feel pretty slow. And I thought movement speed felt fine when Reborn first came out. But then setting it to what people recommended, it's like, oh yeah, okay, now I feel fast. Man, that's like the last guy I can actually reach, isn't it? Now I gotta figure out, now I gotta find hints for all the other people. Because I can't do you yet, and you're 17. Where are you? Excuse me. Where is he? I marked him, so it should... Oh, there he is. Oh, the other guy in Attica, right. Okay. See you later, other people. I think that mercenary who was coming to get me was the legend. Wait, what do you mean when calling him when running? I can do it while standing still and I'll automatically mount him. Also, how are you supposed to press down on the D-pad while running? Like, I mean, yeah, I can use my other hand, but that doesn't feel natural. But, yeah, that was like the last major update Reborn got was settings. And not even like the complete list of settings the game had. Like, I don't think you can remap controls yet. I'm scratching my nose. My mustache hairs are going up my nose. But there have been significant developments in terms of what is possible with the mod. Because, you know, the big thing was like the guy working on it, Gwog, he wasn't sure what he could manage to get working again. Because he's basically reverse engineering the code and making a new program that runs similar code or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a coder. I'm really bad with this stuff. So it was very questionable whether things like multiplayer could even be accessible again. Why didn't I struggle with that word?
Get the oars ready! Slow down! We'll wait for the commander's return.
Like, we weren't sure if multiplayer could be a thing again, or if we could get multiplayer going, would bots be a thing? You know, AI opponents. Would we be able to run those again? Because with a game like Battleborn, it's server-based. So it was unclear, like, is the AI code even on the local, you know, in the local files, or would that have been a server thing? This sure does remind me of that, like, last area in Origins, where the boss fight happens. The only boss fight in the game that's actually, like, a boss fight with, like, a giant health bar and stuff. And, like, Battleborn, even the solo stuff, you know, the single-player stuff, right now, it's still not all there. Because there is, ooh, let me try to do my spread arrow thing I wanted to do before with the, yeah, paralysis arrows. Oh, they're not paralysis arrows, they're just non-lethal arrows. I am a doofus. So, like, certain upgrades for characters were not available. And now, it has been figured out that we can get them again. They can be functional again. Oh, great. We're having one of those instances where you start a fight with one guy, and now everyone in that area knows where you are. Doesn't always happen, but when it does, it makes me mad. I was gonna do a bomb, but it's like, well, it's just one guy. Now it's just two guys. Great shield breaker. Didn't even break his shield. See, how does that count as a small shield? That was not small. Let me get this guy's shield out of here, too. Because apparently that's a small shield. But yeah, Guag figured out how to get, like, the upgrades working again. And even figured out how to make custom ones, too. So not only will we have the ones we already had back, we have the option to make new ones entirely. Which, I don't know that we're really, I don't know that anyone's really gonna give Guag any ideas for stuff that we really need. But it's great knowing that not only will they come back, but then there's also the possibility for custom stuff. Just stuff, maybe not for competitive, just for, screwing around. Oh, great. Look at that. Look at... Great, now I can try to be stealthy again. Cool. Thanks for killing me. No, like unironically, thanks for killing me. No sarcasm. Thank you. So anyway, so yeah, that update isn't out yet with adding back those upgrades, but it's in the docket for the next update, which is very exciting. And gear will be available again, and Guag is going to set it up. I don't think it's going to be in the next update, but there was the possibility for the future, because I think he needs some like graphic options for what he wants to do, so he's not going to do it quite yet because he hasn't got those yet. But the plan is that in the future you'll be able to have... Why am I here? I really got to remember to quick save more. Excuse me. Where was the guy? He was here. In the future, you'll have the option to just start with all the gear, or be able to unlock it the way you originally unlocked it in the game by beating bosses and stuff. So, you have the option to basically just get all the stuff immediately, so you can just jump right into multiplayer. Or if you're one of those people who enjoys grinding loot off of bosses, that option will be there too. And there'll be separate saves, so you can do the instantly get all the gear one. Again, if you want to go right into multiplayer, and then if you want to have your I grinded for all of this save, that will also be an option. But right now, for the next update, it's just going to be the give me all the gear option. So, sorry for the people who like grinding, but that's the wrong island. I'm about to stop at this island, and that's not even the right place. But I'm okay with that because I'm not really invested in grinding. Like, I play through the missions enough where I'd probably just end up getting stuff from natural spawns eventually anyway. But I would prefer to just have all the gear right away. Be able to play around with it. Lower this sail! Stop! Why? So yeah, so far, next update we'll have all the upgrades and gear, and I know the training arena is gonna be a thing, which is great because there's a thing that I really want to see. I want to see. In the past, I was very adamant that one particular upgrade was better than another, and I've come to think on that, and it's like, is it though? I really got to double check my numbers. So I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to easily double check my numbers. I could do it now, but it's much harder without an actual testing environment. Are we going backwards?
We'll be waiting for you, Commander.
Okay, I'm gonna get on land and then I'm gonna quick save, so I don't have to sail all the way back. Who's that band that did Come Sail Away? Is that Styx? I'm gonna say that was Styx. Well, no thank you, Styx. I do not want to come sail away. I would like to stay on land. Thank you very much. That way I can quick save. I think the plan for the next update is to have the multiplayer modes available, but you will only be able to play with bots. Which also, a side note on bots, not only did Guag get those working again, but also he fixed bots that were broken when the game was playable. Which is honestly just a sad testament to why the game failed, was because the developers were not very good at patching things. Like, there were characters whose AI just broke for, like, no reason. I think the way it goes is, you know, like I'm trying to remember the exact history of this, like, one character in particular. So there's this character called Boulder, and he's a, I believe he's a defender type character, so he's, you know, kind of tanky, and he's a melee character. And, I think the way it was his AI was too good, so they tried to nerf him, but instead they accidentally made him a pacifist, which sadly he just remained like that. He was too good, and then they broke him, and they never figured out how to get him attacking again, apparently, or at least never got around to it. But Guag managed to figure out whatever option was needed to just get him attacking again. And the funny thing is, he didn't even mention, like, oh yeah, I fixed Boulder. He just posted, like, I think it was, he posted a screenshot of him getting killed by a bot, and the bot was Boulder. So it's like, oh good, you fixed Boulder. He didn't even have to say it. He just showed a screenshot, and we all knew Boulder is working again. I want to say he also rediscovered the option for AI difficulty levels. I feel like that was something that wasn't in the game, but he found in the code. Like, wasn't officially in the game, but the game had it coded in to be able to have different AI difficulty levels. And I think that's in the plan as well for the next update. There will be bots, and there will be difficulty selection for the bots. Who are you? The Shark Tooth. And also, he was playing around with some stuff. Oh, dog. And discovered the ability to increase the amount of players per mode. So Battleborn was originally 5 versus 5, with some, like, 3 versus 3 modes. We can have 10 versus 10. Which is kind of hilarious. Stop it. Eugenia the Beautiful? Oh, great. Just here for the cult leader. Cult member, I guess. No, wait. No, nope. Third time's a charm. Okay. Wait. Get it. At least they can poison each other. That's good. But yeah, there's a pretty satisfying list of things that will be in the next update. Even if the game still won't be exactly like it was yet. Still won't quite be there. Still won't have multiplayer versus player. You know, like an actual human player versus a human player. It'll be split screen though, which is kind of hilarious because the PC version never had never had split screen. That was that was console only. It's just in the code for the PC game for some reason. Nope, no, no, oh, come on! If I just dodged, I would have healed. Oh, go to the blacksmith. Yeah, thanks, game. Give me the money and I'll go to the blacksmith. Get out of here with that tip. Just more reason to hate the freaking bounty system. Because not only did I have the stupid, like, regular people joining in, the non-warrior characters suddenly fighting, but I also built enough bounty for 2 bounty hunters to show up. In fact, I think a 3rd guy showed up at that in that failed attempt. I think before I died there were 3. Like, look, there's just the Sharktooth. There's no one else around on the map. And you can't say, oh, well, you haven't discovered them yet. I've discovered Eugenia the Beautiful. I don't know when, but she's in my list. She's been in my list. See, right there, Eugenia the Beautiful. Don't know when that happened, don't know why. She's there. So I should be tracking her on my map.
We're cracking open. Come here.
Okay, heal first. Ask questions later. Get your freaking shield out of my face. Fall off a cliff and die. You forgot a step. So you fall off the cliff, and then you die. It's 2 steps. You should be able to get it right. No, you fall off the cliff. Fall off the cliff. Fall off the cliff. Not me, you. You fall off the cliff. Where you going? There's Mr. Sharktooth. Got him. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna break line of sight. Come back later. Hey, you got no idea where it went. You don't know. Let's see if what's-her-face is any closer. No? Wow, what do you know? It's almost like they spawn the freaking mercenaries out of nowhere when your bounty goes up. Did I just stab him in the butt? Can the game please stop giving me task sets or belts or whatever this category is called? Waist armor. I have 4 of them. None of them are currently better than the one I have because they don't have the 12% total armor boost and 4% health boost. Like, I'd be willing to let go of damage in some departments. Definitely not sacrificing my assassin damage for 4 warrior damage. And I'm definitely not sacrificing my armor and health bonus for 5 warrior damage. It's like, stop giving me belts. They're not good. Boots. Much more negotiable. I'm not leveled enough to wear them, but they're easier to replace. Because it's really just the assassin damage I'm sticking with. Which, again, negotiable. Alright, cultists. What new information you got for me? Leader of Boeotia. But I don't know. I'm doing pretty okay on this, all things considered. I've killed 3 here and 3 there. So we're honing in on these 2 people. Don't have a clue. I literally don't have a clue about this guy or that guy. But otherwise, I just need that guy and that guy. Of the Silver Vein. Somewhere in an Attica silver mine. So if I just go explore Attica later, I should find at least a tip. If not the guy. If not the man himself. Also in Attica, okay. Oh, wait. Can't take my victory away from me now, game. How about I come over and I hunt your freaking stupid mercenary man? Give me that. If you're not gonna use your shield, you don't deserve it. I want a shield. I don't get a shield. You know how it makes me feel that you have one and don't use it? If I had a shield, I'd use the crap out of it. Doing a red attack, of course. Get out of the way. Not gonna avoid killing civilians because they're just gonna turn and fight anyway. Like, I'll probably have to kill them eventually anyway, so why not now? Oh, he tripped over the stairs. Oh no, the poor warrior man. That freaking Kore the shark tooth. Shows how much good your freaking shark teeth did. Nothing. You didn't even try to bite me. You're an idiot. That's why you died. Might have lived if he bit me. With shark teeth, that would hurt. Shark bite hurt. Okay. I missed the water, but that's fine. I think I'll end it here. Rat occultists, basically. So, yeah, I just gotta gather more information on them. And build up my ship. Hey, if I can find the toxophile, I should move up to the next tier probably. I think that's how it works. I don't think I have to clear out the whoops. I don't think it's the next tier I have to clear, and I think it's the one I'm on. Oh good, I found information on Miznios the Divided. He looks like One Piece to me. I don't know why they call him the Divided. Man, look at 3 shield people on the next tier. And this guy's in the arena, apparently. The Colosseum. Why do you have a diamond? Are you for a quest? But yeah, I guess I'll sell my stuff and... Oh man, if I get one more triangle, I can upgrade my spear again. Yeah, I'll upgrade my stuff. Or sell... No, I'll sell it to the blacksmith. Sell the stuff I'm not using. And then upgrade my ship. So I can, you know, hopefully not die 7 times in a row on the next time the story wants me to fight at sea. And then also, you know, get the cultist who is at sea, because I'm going to have to get them eventually. Yeah, I don't know that I want to sacrifice health for this. It would give me more armor, though. And if I put the total armor boost engrave on it at a blacksmith, I bet that'd be a pretty significant armor boost. But I'd be losing out on 300 health, though. Whatever, I'll figure it out later. Thanks for watching. See you Friday. Bye.